Hey, Browns fans, Bears fans, and Burnouts. This is your main man, J-Rex here with my main man, B Weird. What's going on, brother? How you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. Been a little bit of a long week, but we're here. We're gonna do the show. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. I think it's been a long week for everybody. We're kind of hitting that like spring, winter blues. Although it's been 80 degrees where I live,
And we're
fortunately. So
well, we're almost at spring. Almost.
I'm sad. I like the winter.
Yeah, but you don't
Um,
actually experience the winter.
I like winter where I live.
Fair enough.
With that being said, let's get right into it. Apparently, where
Somebody
people
who
want to
likes
live.
good weather. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently someone who likes good weather, and that would be J.J. Watt, who did not sign with the Cleveland Browns, which I think a lot of people are expecting it. In fact, he didn't sign with any of the front-runner teams. He signed with the Arizona Cardinals, and I got to say one thing, and that would be the Cardinals. The Cardinals? Honestly, like the Cardinals? Like, come on. Like, what?
he
What?
he helps them, and I guess he texted Kyler Murray after he picked them and said he's there because he believes in him. Um, as far as I know, they're probably still at this point right now the third best team in the NFC West. So
I would dare even say the fourth best team in the NFC
yeah, it
West.
depends on what San Francisco does, but yeah, like
I
they're
think
not
San
going to win
Francisco is hurt
anything.
this season, and Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch aren't going to lay over and die next season. So I don't. I think you have to look out for San Fran. Like
Yeah,
honestly,
they could definitely be a sleeper team, no question
for
about it.
sure. I mean, they just are 1 year removed from the Super Bowl, and they have a lot of the same talent. But Kittle was hurt for a lot of last season. So
Yep.
with that being said, why would you go to the Cardinals?
I don't know. I did not. Nobody saw that coming. I don't think.
Nobody did. Nobody. They were tweeting
No.
Peloton shit about him
When
like 5 minutes before he tweeted a picture of him wearing the stupid shirt.
when I saw it come across on ESPN, I just my jaw dropped. Like what?
Can I ask you an honest question?
Yeah,
Like sincerely, have you ever met a Cardinals fan?
yeah. I know a couple Cardinals fans actually.
You have. I've
Yeah,
never met a Cardinals fan. I think I've met every other team in the NFL. I've met a fan. I've never met a Cardinals fan.
yeah. I have a coworker, my friend. Yeah, he's from Cleveland, but he lived down in Arizona, so now he's a Browns and a Cardinals fan. So
Yeah, I mean, true, but Cliff Kingsbury isn't a very good coach either.
yet to be determined, but yeah, I'm with you.
I don't like Cliff Kingsbury. I think they're good in spite of him. I think he's an
Yeah.
idiot. All right. With that being said, J.J. Watt, sorry, not sorry. I don't really
Did
care.
he did he still buy that house in Cleveland though?
Yeah, apparently, everyone was tweeting that, and I tweeted that at you, and
Right.
we were kind of laughing about that because it's
Yeah.
like
It's like
people always say that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't know why you'd buy a house in Cleveland
Right,
if he's not
right.
planning on being here, but hey, whatever.
Listen, maybe
Do
he just
what you
likes being
want.
on the lake.
Hey, he's getting paid almost $1 million a game, so that house means nothing to him.
Well, apparently, the most important thing was money,
Yeah.
which is why
And
we named the episode the way we named the
yeah.
episode because the man wanted to get paid. I don't
Yeah.
think he
Like
necessarily. I think he's making it seem. And I heard he's a diva, by the way. I've
he's
heard
got
that.
what 23 million guaranteed, and it can go
Yeah,
up to 31.
some shit like that.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's nearly $1 million a game if you go up to the 31.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
ridiculous for
and he gets to
JJ
live in
Watt. I think
Arizona.
that's an overpay because he's been so
Yeah,
injured the last few years.
right. Well, he gets to live in Arizona too, and as someone who also lives in inclement weather. Well, excuse me. Wow,
Wetter,
weather.
ayo.
Wow. Someone else who lives in inclement weather.
There we go.
I can appreciate wanting to live somewhere nice.
Yeah.
So I do
Hey,
understand.
I
I do
envy
understand
both of you
not
now.
wanting. What? Go ahead.
I said I envy both of you now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Totally appreciate that.
It was actually
So,
nice out today. It was like 40 something maybe.
yeah. Well, people. It gets in the 40s here, and freaking people lose their minds. Oh, by the way, I was watching. People were talking about this. Like when you go to California, they don't know how to drive when it rains out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where I live. They don't know how to drive when it rains out, and I'm like, man, this is like not even an inch of snow. Like rain is like a nice afternoon in Cleveland. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I had to drive in
I
blizzards. Are you
mean,
fucking shitting me?
every day in Cleveland is gray, even if it's sunny out. It's still
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
fucking
gray.
gray.
Yeah.
All right. With that
Well,
being
that
said,
said, something that's kind of
that's
gray, I guess.
gray.
The
Yeah.
Indians sexual harassment
Jeez.
nightmare.
Yeesh.
I'll let you take the lead on this.
Um, Let me be frank. I think the Dolans, this only accentuates the fact that the Dolans need to sell the team. Without a doubt. Like, I don't think there's any question about that. What do you think?
I mean, the Dolans need to sell the team regardless. Francona says that the team didn't cover up for Callaway.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I think that if it's in the organization and somebody high up
Just
knows,
like the Houston
everybody
Astros
high
didn't
up
cover up for
knows.
cheating. Just like the Houston
Exactly.
Astros didn't cover up for cheating either, right?
Exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
bullshit. Bullshit.
if you're on
Can
the
I say
staff
something
like
though?
that, yeah.
This is a much bigger problem in baseball. Baseball is a very corrupt sport.
Oh
I
yeah.
think everyone can agree on that. They don't have a salary cap. It's an all boys league. And I heard a football player, no names please, on the radio today, talking about how he goes to the strip clubs and stuff, and like basically he asked a stripper once that like who's the worst, like that comes in here, who's the like biggest terror out of all the athletes is like football players, hockey players, baseball players, golfer. You know what I mean? Like just asking.
Yeah.
And she goes, without a doubt, it's baseball players are like just out of control.
Yeah.
So,
I believe it.
um, I think this leads to a bigger problem. You know what I mean? In baseball, and baseball needs to go through some serious reforms. I mean, they pretty much endorse steroid use and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, to me, baseball's got like a 3 strikes and you're penalized policy. Like you have to do so much shit wrong before they even pay it any attention.
I feel like in football, if you like accidentally step on your neighbor's grass, you can get suspended a game. In the
Yeah,
NFL, like,
there's consequences for everything. That's why they throw flags.
unless you're Ray Rice, then you get like delayed 2 weeks, and then the video comes out, and then they like basically have to do something
Yeah, I
because the
mean,
NFL can be corrupt too. But
oh
still,
yeah, absolutely. They all anything can be corrupt, but
yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah. I mean, Roger
baseball's
Goodell's no
bad.
saint, man. Well,
No,
let's be honest. The best commissioner in all in sports, with that being said, is the NBA, without a doubt.
no question about it.
Yep.
Adam
Adam
Silver,
Silver's
yeah,
fucking. He's a beast. Yeah,
yeah, I
without a
like
doubt.
him. David Stern was awesome,
Yeah,
and when Adam Silver took over, he just carried the torch.
yeah, man. Smart dudes. All
Yeah,
right. So yeah, Dolan's need to sell the team. Cat, I think they should fire for Terry. Honestly, he needs to go. It's a corrupt culture. I love Terry. He's a great manager. He's one of the greatest managers of all time. But you can't cover up for this kind of stuff. And like Joe Paw did too. And I think Joe Paw was a great coach, but like he covered up for awful stuff that Sandusky did. And we live in a different era where that shit just doesn't fly anymore. And that's just kind of how I feel about
yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
it. So with that being said, let's get into things a little bit more positive. The Cavaliers are on a 4 game win streak
Yeah,
and are
starting to
turning it around. And
turn
Jared
around
Allen's a
again.
fucking beast. And like I think he's my favorite Cavs now is Jared Allen.
Colin Sexton had what 39 points last night.
Yeah, yeah, and they
Yeah.
trashed the Sixers, which did not please Mrs. Rex.
Oh,
Um,
give her my condolences.
yeah, I don't even think she knows. Um,
That's fair. I wouldn't pay much
unless
attention to the
unless the
Cavs
Sixers
or the
involve
Sixers
Allen
either.
Iverson, she's like I don't think she's generally interested.
Yeah, I love
Um,
AI.
so no, with that being said, they beat the Sixers and they're looking pretty strong. But like, I think they're kind of coming together as a team and they have a good core with Sexton and Jared Allen and Garland, I guess, is starting to come along a little bit.
Yeah. What are they doing with Drummond?
I don't know. Who the fuck knows? They'll end up having to cut him or something or buy him out. And
It's
then, like,
ridiculous because he's so good. He's
yeah, but
so
here's the thing:
good.
the Lakers are going to come in and pick him up off a buyout. They don't want to trade for him, so like they're basically going to force the Cavaliers to buy him out and then like come and get him as a free agent.
That's ridiculous. Can you imagine Drummond with Anthony Davis down low and
God help us all.
LeBron running point for you?
Yeah, I know,
Oh my god.
I know.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's a big ass team. They're gonna win a title with that.
Uh,
And then here's the other thing: if AD gets hurt or something, LeBron has a really good player in his backcourt.
yeah.
In his, not backcourt, but
I mean, I still think right now the Nets are my favorite, but I said that for the last 2 years that this year they would
I
be
like.
my
It's funny. I
championship
liked the
favorite.
Sixers until they lost to the Cavs. I don't know, man. I don't know. I still think the Clippers could come out strong. Paul George and
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard are playing some hot basketball right now. So
My pick for this year was the Clippers and the Nets back
I'm not giving up
last
on the
year.
Lakers, though, man. I don't doubt
Yeah,
LeBron
no, I mean
James.
the Lakers look too fucking good, so I don't know. It's one of the
Golden
LA
State looks
teams.
good too, man.
Eh,
I know.
eh,
I know. Draymond's a bitch, though.
yeah.
All right, let's get into some other stuff. Let's
Talk
get into
about
the
the
Bears a little
Bears.
bit. Yeah,
Russ,
Russ and
we're on
yeah,
we're on the short list,
yeah.
and right now Houston. I heard somebody say, I tweeted it out earlier, that somebody was saying that right now Houston should be pushing the Bears to get as much as they possibly can because there's no other franchise in the league that needs a quarterback that badly. And he's absolutely right.
Yeah, he ain't wrong.
Like right now the Bears should be giving up a healthy amount of draft picks.
They don't need him.
Right. Not if they
You
get
don't need him.
Deshaun, they can still get other people in free agency, other people later in the draft. Like,
Dude, you can still get a good
oh
offensive
man,
lineman in the second or the third round. You
exactly.
can.
Like,
You
I
don't
would
need to get
happily
Jedrick Wills.
get rid of
I
this
think,
year's first
yeah,
round, next year's first round,
I think Wyatt
and
Teller's like a third round draft pick, cuz, like,
yeah,
honestly. He
exactly.
is. Yeah,
Because
he is.
linemen are big and they're
You can
coachable.
trade. Listen, I'm sure you can get Laramie Tunsil probably in the trade with Deshaun. They probably would be happy to throw Laramie Tunsil in for some more draft picks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, here you go. Give me Laramie Tunsil. Throw him in. Maybe even David Johnson while you're at it. We'll take him too. You want to fire sell your team? We'll take everybody. We'll give you a whole bunch of draft
I
picks.
don't know.
I'm dead serious.
I like Montgomery. And I
I know, but
think
it would
I
be.
think
But
Montgomery gets so much better with Deshaun or Russ than he
can I
was
say
with
something though?
Trubisky. Yeah,
Can you imagine 3 running backs with David Johnson, Montgomery, and Tariq Cohen?
oh yeah.
Like, and if anything has shown us, the Browns have shown you that like when you have multiple backs carrying the ball and you have like they're all real good.
Yep.
I ain't wrong.
It's a winning formula. It is,
I ain't wrong.
especially with the real
Especially with
good
Deshaun.
defense and a real
Can
good
you?
quarterback.
Deshaun doesn't have to do that much
But
if you're able to destroy people with the run game.
even with Russ or Deshaun, we still would have to get Allen Robinson back
You can
because
franchise tag him. Just
without
franchise tag him.
I mean, either way, but without Robinson back, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because then we don't have a number one receiver, which then means we don't have a number two or a number three either. Because without the number one, the number
Yeah.
two or three don't really make as many
Well,
plays.
I got good news for you. Pace today officially announced that they do want to re-sign Allen
Yeah,
Robinson. He
yeah,
said that today. So Pace
so
has
that's
said that.
good.
So
I think he'll get that done.
they'll
So
get that done. But if they can get Deshaun or Russ, we're cooking. We got with
I
gas.
think that might be saying that they want to re-sign Robinson. I think if they get
Yeah,
that done sooner than later,
yeah.
I think that will help get Russ. I think that will help persuade him to come towards Chicago.
Well, and
Well,
apparently
him
it's
and Sierra, my bad.
yeah. Well, apparently in Seattle they're saying that Pete Carroll's a real big douchebag. Well, that's a shocker, folks. Pete Carroll's an asshole. Who would have thought? I don't think I ever liked Pete Carroll. Did you?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, fuck Pete Carroll. He's a
I mean, I
dick.
like the Seahawks. So, yeah.
Yeah, dude, but he fucked over USC so hard on the way out, dude.
Whatever. Fuck them. I'm an Ohio State.
Shut up. You're fucking an idiot. All right. With that being said, let's talk about something else that's shitty. Is apparently the Bulls aren't doing too hot right now.
Oh, I mean, okay. You said they got beat down by the Nuggets. They lost by what? Like I think it
I didn't
was
see the whole score.
I think it was
I'm not
double
really a
digits
Bulls
they
fan.
lost, but I can't remember what the score was. But I mean, Zach Levine, I think he was 1 for 9 from 3-point range.
Yeah.
So if your all-star player is not having a good game and that's how he's shooting, you're probably going to lose by
Yep.
double digits in somewhat of a close game.
You're gonna lose the game.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Right
lose the
now
game.
they've fallen down to the 10th seed.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I told you.
we
We talked
gotta
about this with Peen. There, either the Cavs or the Bulls can get in through that play-in tournament, which makes that playing game fucking cool. Like it's
yeah
cool, man.
yeah it
It's
definitely
cool.
is.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
yeah. And if the Cavs can come in hot or the Bulls can come in hot to that, man, it's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Um.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Fight their
Who
way
knows?
back up. 10th seed right now. Whatever. Still got half the season to play.
Yep. A lot of basketball on their young teams. They
Um.
got a long way to go.
Well, speaking of that, we'll have Cousin Peen on in 2 weeks for our March Madness episode. Speaking of college basketball, Baylor beat West Virginia in overtime to clinch the Big 12 regular season title, so they'll probably end up with one of the number one seeds for March Madness. I think Michigan or um, Illinois. Did they play today?
I think so. I don't know who played. I didn't check it, but I think somebody's going tonight. It's Tuesday. Yeah, they think they play on Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't check college basketball enough. I'm lazy.
that's all right.
I feel like here's my thing about college basketball. I respect the sport a lot, but I feel like college basketball doesn't really matter until you get into the tournament. When you get into the tournament, it's like all bets are
Yeah,
off.
that's fair.
I just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Illinois and Michigan right now. Illinois is about to beat them by over 20.
yeah.
So Illinois is probably going to go to 2, and Michigan will fall to 4, which will flip flop them in
I
the
told you
rankings.
I picked Illinois to go to the Final Four. So
I picked Michigan, so
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
yeah.
We'll check the tournament and everything. All
Yep.
right, let's get into our another top 10 movie list we got for everybody.
All right.
So let's talk
We are doing
about,
our top 10 Mafia movies. This
yeah,
list was pretty easy to put together, honestly.
yeah. It was pretty quick.
Yeah. Unanimous number one. Or you want to start at 10? You want to start at
We'll
10 or
start at
1?
10.
All right,
10.
go
We got to
ahead.
start at 10. So coming in at number 10, we got a classic movie. I love it. It's with Johnny Depp. It's called Black Mass. It's about Whitey Bulger, and it's a pretty sick movie. It's real good. He's a real piece of shit. It's crazy. He like has this guy who works for him who like hooks up with his like underage stepdaughter, who then like she gets arrested for like being a hooker, and then like whole chain of events happens where he like makes the guy murder her and bury her in the basement. It's a fucking crazy
I
movie.
don't think I've ever
Crazy.
seen that,
Oh,
actually,
you should
but I mean,
watch.
I will take your recommendation
Yeah,
on
you
it
should.
and watch
You
it.
should. All
So,
right. So coming in at number 9, we got Gangs of New York, which I believe is a Scorsese film, right? I think it
I
is.
believe so.
It's with Leo,
Mo-
who's my
Most of these
who's
are.
yeah, right. Most of these are. It's with Leonardo DiCaprio, who is my wife's like true love besides me. I guess would be the
He's,
way to describe it. And
he's
Daniel
one of
Day
my
Lewis.
favorite actors,
Yeah,
actually.
he's pretty good.
Yeah,
So he's in this movie. It's a classic. It's long as shit, but it's a great
yeah, it
movie. I
is.
love
But you know what?
especially
Most of these are really long, though, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah, TBA. Yep. They are. The best part of the movie is when the cannons come in and they start blowing up the whole like harbor and everything. It's fucking crazy. Um, Great movie. Love it. Love Gangs of New York. Great movie. All right. So number 8.
Number 8, one of my favorites, Reservoir Dogs. Um, I can't. I love Reservoir Dogs.
I
Every
haven't
time
seen
I
it all the way
hear,
through in a very long time.
oh
I don't.
man,
Yeah, it's been years.
like every time I hear "Stuck in the Middle with You," all I can picture is that scene, and it's like super fucked up. But that's all I can picture because that's like such a
Yeah,
classic
where
scene.
he's cutting off his ear and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies. Everybody's, Mr. Pink, Mr. Orange, Mr. White, Mr. Black, whatever. Um, yeah.
That's pretty dope. All right, number 7, which is I think both of our favorite classic movies, um, American Gangster with Russell Crowe and Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
It's about
Also,
Frank
long as
Lucas.
shit.
Long as shit. It's about Frank Lucas. He's an African American gentleman who overtakes the heroin game from the Italian mob, and it's just like a dope ass movie. I fucking love
It really
American
is.
Gang.
Anything else, anything with Denzel is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like this movie was like made for him.
Oh
Like
yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean?
This
So
and this and Training Day might be my
yeah.
favorite Denzel movies.
Yeah. Well
Oh,
he
and
won
the Hurricane too. The Hurricane is my favorite, one of my favorite
he won
movies
Oscars
actually.
for all those movies except for American Gangster.
Yep, which is crazy.
Speaking of roles specifically made for actors, I think you should give number 6.
Number 6,
Yeah.
Scarface, classic. Be a lot of people's number one, but to me a good mafia movie has to have that like real authentic feel, and Scarface is more of what, like Cuban or whatever.
Yeah, he's Cuban.
Yeah, I don't know. So
For
it's
sure.
got a different vibe, I
Yeah.
guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does. Michelle Pfeiffer is fucking ridiculously hot in
Oh
this movie.
yeah,
Ridiculously hot.
absolutely.
So,
I mean, I love
it's a class.
Scarface. It's a
Yeah.
classic.
Yep. Great movie. We're not going to say the lines because it's irritating.
I'm too hoarse tonight to try to do any voices or anything.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
so
next week
overdone.
I'll do voices for everybody.
I would, it's so overdone. I wouldn't do it for anyone. So, all right. Number 5 is one of my personal favorite movies. It's
Me
with Robert
too.
De Niro and
It's got
it was Al
it's got
Pacino.
the classic cast.
Yeah, it does, and it takes place in the past, and it's a flashback of Italy. It's Godfather Part 2, and then it takes you forward with Michael, and then like Michael's story, and like his wife has like it's just crazy the conflict between him and his wife, and like he ends up at the end with the whole thing with Fredo. I'm not gonna if you haven't seen it, like I'm not gonna spoil it, but like
Yeah.
they go to Cuba and everything, and like the timepiece with like the Meyer Lansky like character who's called what is his name, like Hyman Roth or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Um, it's just fucking brilliant. I mean, it's one of my all time favorite movies. It's great.
So not only is this one of my all time favorite mafia movies, it
Yeah,
is my all time favorite mafia video game.
and that would be
No, Godfather 2.
oh, oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah. It
all right.
was on
I
the
misunderstood what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I
it
got
was
you.
on what, the original Xbox, I think, or
I don't remember.
the 360. But either way, whatever. It was
Oh,
one of my favorite
speaking of which, real
games.
quick, I hear a lot of people are getting away from PlayStations now because apparently you can't get them. So like
Yeah, everybody fucking
people are
bought them
getting
out
Xboxes.
immediately.
Yeah. So instead, what people are doing is they refuse to pay that much money
Yep,
for the PlayStation. So everyone's going to get Xboxes where there's like plentiful. So X basically because PlayStation set everything up to be so exclusive, they're losing all of their users.
that's awesome.
So it's like completely blown up because everyone's like, you know what, fuck you. It's I can't get a PlayStation. It's not accessible. I'm gonna get an Xbox then because nobody's buying them, so I'll get them. Like
Yeah,
nobody's
who the
buying them
fuck
up.
wants to pay like 100% more for something?
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
ridiculous.
I'm not ready to buy another. I'm gonna wait till they all drop in price at like next Christmas or something, and they come out with, like the second version of them, and then like I can swoop in for $100 cheaper than what all the other schmucks are paying right now.
Yeah,
All right. With that being
it will be years before I get a new system.
let's get on to another hustle, which is our number 4 um,
Casino,
movie, which is one of your favorites. Yeah, uh,
Casino.
Sharon Stone again is crazy
Yeah.
hot in this movie.
Also, just
Crazy.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah, she is crazy. Robert De Niro,
um,
he plays Eighth Roth or Rothstein or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can't remember what the fuck his
and
name is.
then freaking Joe Pesci plays Tommy. Isn't
Yeah.
that no? Not Tommy. Tommy's Goodfellas. What's
Um,
this one's? Is it Nicky? It's Nicky.
Yeah,
I think it's Nicky in this
yeah, I
one.
think so.
Yeah. So he plays Nicky, and they end up burying him alive at the end of the movie. Like, just crazy,
Casino's a really,
crazy,
really good movie.
really good
Um,
movie. All
it
right,
should
number
Casino's good to like show how the mafia expanded to Vegas, like
yeah,
actually.
yeah. But it's just crazy. The whole movie's crazy, and like everything's really good, and like it's just a classic. It's a Scorsese movie, which all these movies pretty much are. With that being said, another Scorsese movie was going to number three, which
Number
is
three,
Mrs. Rex. As I told everyone, Mrs. Rex is a big Leo fan, and this is her favorite mob movie. That would be The Departed.
this is my second favorite mob movie, and it's probably in my top 10 movies. I don't know if it's in my top 5, but definitely in my top 10 personally. But yeah,
Yeah,
The Departed, I can watch it over and over again.
the
I might
ending
even
with the
watch
rat.
it tonight, actually.
You know what? One of the first times I ever smoked weed, I smoked weed and we watched The Departed.
Really?
Dead
That's
serious.
awesome.
My freshman year of college, dead serious. That was like one
Oh,
of the. We
yeah.
went outside by like a park, smoked like two J's, and then came in and watched The Departed, and I ate a can of soup.
There's so many twists and turns and
Oh
shit.
yeah, oh
Like,
yeah.
and it's so. Oh man, Leo should have won every fucking award for that
This
movie.
movie should have won every award. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I love The
Yeah,
Departed.
I love The Departed. All right, number two, which is like one of my all-time favorite movies.
It's a
Period.
classic, eh?
It's just like one of my all-time favorite movies. One and two are like two of my all-time favorite top of my all-time favorite movie list, regardless of whether or not they're mob movies. I'm gonna be frank right now. And this is like my movie with my dad. Like we love it. Like it's our movie. You know what I mean? You have like those movies, and that would be The Godfather Part One. It's just a classic. Marlon Brando is absolutely unbelievable in this movie. I I don't like nothing else needs to be said. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
No,
absolutely
it's the
ridiculously
classic.
good. Yeah,
Like when you
yeah,
think of a classic movie, like from somebody like our age that thinks of a classic movie,
yeah,
I feel like Godfather is probably a pretty common answer.
yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, on to number one.
Number one, to both of us, it was no question. Goodfellas.
Yep.
Um, what can I say? It's.
It brought mob movies into the modern genre.
Yeah.
It basically like
For
sets
as
off
long
like
as
you
I
don't
can
have like
remember, I wanted to be a
yeah,
gangster.
right. It sets off like Sopranos and everything else. Like it lets you have all this other content, all this other stuff. Like you wouldn't have any of this stuff if it wasn't for Goodfellas. It's just a classic. It's like probably my top three favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, me too. Steph,
Yeah,
oh, in
I
my
mean,
top 5 for sure.
yeah, top five for sure.
'Cause
I mean,
if
I
I
think if
can't
I was
put
going,
if I can't put The Departed in my top 5, I can't put Goodfellas in my top
I
5.
mean, these top three
But
movies are like my
maybe.
top five. I like these three. The last three, one, two, and three, are like some of my all-time favorite
I mean,
movies.
yeah, me too. No question
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. So,
But,
all right, I think that's a
um,
pretty damn good list.
yeah, I think we'll have another list next week. Not sure what we're gonna do yet.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know.
the week after that, though, was a jam-packed week with March Madness starting and NFL free agency starting the next day after we record. So that will be a jam-packed episode. Next week we'll have another list. This week for our album playoffs, let's cover that real quick. Um,
Yeah. So,
so yeah, go
you
ahead.
can explain. No, no, you explain it because you said it right.
All right, so somehow U2 and Tears for Fears tied at what, 3 votes apiece?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Nobody's voting. It's terrible. Come on,
right,
people.
everybody come out and vote. Text me, text
Yeah.
Jay,
Oh,
send
and
us a
people pooped on
message,
the albums
whatever.
too. We got two poops.
Right? Yeah. So we got 3 good reactions for both, and then we got 2 poop reactions. So since we got 2 shit reactions, we're gonna mark them both in the losers bracket. which means now we have 4 albums in the losers bracket. We have what? Under the Table and Dreaming, um,
Led Zeppelin number
Zeppelin
4.
4, and
Yeah.
then um, Joshua Tree and
Tears for Fears.
yeah, um, songs
Big
from the Big
big
Chair.
chair. Yeah. Song from the
Yeah.
Big Chair.
So yeah, we have 4 in the losers bracket right now, and only 2 in the winners bracket. So I think we're gonna do 2 more weeks so that we can even things out,
Right.
and then we will go from there and
I
do
think
those
we'll end up also
brackets.
dropping some people on the losers bracket just discretionarily. Me and you, and if we have to, we'll just cut 2 teams or something like that if we have to. We'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
yeah.
We'll let you
We'll
guys know.
figure
We'll
it
see you.
out. We're having fun with it. We'll figure it out.
All right.
We're doing it as we go.
All right. So with that being said, I think we should go to our 2 concerts. So do your concert and I'll do mine.
All right. Concert or albums?
Or album. I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right.
wrong.
So this week we're going hip hop, 90s or early 2000s, late 90s hip hop. I'm going with Dr. Dre, to The Chronic, 2001. That was one of the first albums that I ever secretly bought for myself,
Right.
and it oh man, that album like literally like changed my life. I listened to that album more than anything in the world. When when my child was born on the way home from the hospital, that's the album that we listened to.
Right.
I love Dr. Dre, The Chronic 2001. I can go on and on about it forever. It's a classic album. Still Dre. Forgot about Dre. Um, the fuck, my mind just went blank.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
That's right. It doesn't even matter.
Doesn't
It's a
matter because I'm going to
classic.
drop another classic album
Yeah,
on you
this
guys.
is a real good. This is a real good one.
And this is another good one. And this is actually the first CD I can unequivocally tell you that I ever owned. Like, period.
Mine
And that would
was
be
mine was doggy style, but yeah,
okay.
these all 3 of these were in my mix there. Go
Right.
ahead.
And this one would be the Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem. Real Slim Shady. I still listen to that song and like know every single lyric to that song. Like
Yeah.
every single stands on it. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on. I mean, it's just hit after hit after hit. I mean, I don't really need to get into it. It's his best CD. Like it speaks
If
for
I could
itself.
remember things like I can remember lyrics to songs, I would
Yeah,
be like the most intelligent person in the world.
you'd
But
be in
yeah,
Mensa. All right.
right.
Yeah. With that being
But yeah,
said, here's the
two classic hip hop albums. Come out and vote. We know everybody's fucking listened to both of these. We know it.
come on, you losers.
Don't be mean. Be nice. Come on. All right, let's hit
All
your
right.
strain.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the reason why B Word probably can't remember anything. And that would be our strain of the week. And our strain of the week, now we're out of our One Plant series, and we're going to come back to One Plant a little bit later. I just wanted to get into some other people and give them a shout out. The shout out goes out to Grow Healthy and their Grow Healthy. They're actually behind my house. My house.
Creep.
Emerald City Kush is the strain of the week. It is a really good indica strain. I love it. It's real piney. It's real bright green. It just has a good feel to it. It has like these long nugs to it. It's just like awesome. I smoke it before bed. It's my favorite indica of theirs, like hands down. Like it's good for pain. I just really dig it. It's a great strain. It's usually in the 20 to 25% THC range. They're talking about putting a THC cap in Florida, I hear apparently. So we'll see how that goes. I'll give you guys news on that, but I don't think it's going to happen. I've been hearing from like owners of dispensaries and stuff like that. They're hiring whole legal teams to fight it and everything, and they don't want their business ruined. So like, shout out to the dispensary owners because God forbid they take care of their vested interest.
Right.
Um, right.
Man, I
With
need
that
something good for pain right now. That would
being,
be nice.
right.
And you
Moved
said, is this the one that you said was the closest to Ice Princess?
No,
Okay.
no.
Are
We'll talk about that
you
one
doing that
another
one
day.
next week?
Yeah, we'll do that one next
All
week.
right.
All right.
I'm excited for that because I love Ice Princess.
Yeah, but that's not called Ice Princess.
Yeah, I know.
So moving on. So Be Weird took the week off for his concerts of the week. I'm gonna take over that for this week. So we're doing one of my all-time favorite bands that I actually got Be Weird into this band
You
when we were
did.
young.
I did tell you that I wanted them for the concert this week, but
Right, you
you
did.
did do the work and take over. You helped me out big time this week, and I can't say I appreciated it enough, man. For real.
Of course, man. Anytime, anytime. Shit
Shit,
happens.
I hope not anytime. But
Right. So my concert of the week is Sublime at Live at the House of Blues in Hollywood, California in April 5th, 1996. You know, we're getting close to April. I figured it was a good concert to do. Has got some great songs: Wrong Way, Saw Red, Don't Push, Garden Grove, um, Bad Fish, Scarlet Begonias. They cover Scarlet Begonias,
yeah.
40 Ounce, Smoke Two Joints, Jailhouse, Date Rape. I mean, it's just like, and Date Rape's a great song. Don't let it, it's not what you think it is.
I mean, literally, like every song on this concert
Yeah,
is fucking good.
yeah, every single wrong,
I
every single song,
I will
every
probably
single.
watch The Departed and then this concert tonight. To be honest,
Yeah, you should. You definitely should. Definitely should. Don't push back. Don't push. Yeah,
although I because Jay's helped me out with that HBO Max, I got myself into Sopranos.
yeah,
I'm pretty stuck on that right now. I'm at like the end of season 3.
yeah. That's pretty dope.
It's oh, it's good.
All right. So Bad Fish, by the way, and Scarlet Begonias are awesome. That
Yeah,
whole little section right there, and they do 40 ounce into two joints. I've seen them live, obviously not with Bradley Noel, but
yeah.
like I saw them with Rome, a couple of years ago, and they were real good. They put on a
I
good show.
I hear very mixed things about Rome.
He's kind of a dumbass, to be
Like
honest.
I hear that like he doesn't know the words to most of the songs and shit.
No, 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 no. He gets real like nervous and like twitchy and shit, and like
You
swears and
can't
like,
do that.
yeah, I know, and he messes up. I don't think it's that he doesn't know. I think he gets like nervous and stuff.
Huh.
But he's like got a decent voice and he sounds good. And they're like they put on a good show when I saw them. It
Yeah.
was raining and they put on a good show. So
Alright.
all right,
Huh.
let's get into let's tie into last week. So we got
Yeah.
a big fucking week of WandaVision this week. Big
Sure,
week.
sure as fuck did.
Yeah, man. So
All
now,
all from a basement.
yeah, man. Listen. I wish B Word could do that much from his basement, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh
All
man.
right. So with that being said,
Little
she apparently is.
transmutation.
Yeah, right. Apparently, she's now officially the Scarlet Witch. That's what they're saying.
Yep.
Um, and now she like can control time and space or some shit like that or something like matter can figure matter or something, and her magic is red. So like, here's the
Yeah,
thing. I noticed
transmutation.
something. Right, transmutation. I noticed something. There's different kinds of magic. So like, there's purple, which is like Dormammu. All right.
Yep.
And then there's like blue, which were the witches that attacked her at the beginning scene. And her mom got like this blue crown, which tells me I think Wanda's gonna have like a red energy crown probably at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that because I
Yep.
saw her have that.
Yeah,
And
like
they
the
were just,
comics.
yeah. And then also the other thing is like Agatha or whatever the Harkness, whatever the fuck her name is,
Yeah.
she was draining them, and in Doctor Strange, draining them in their magic and everything. In Doctor Strange, Mordo, he drained other wizards of their magic as well. So I think he's channeling some dark magic, and she is too. And they work for Dormammu. They're somehow connected with Dormammu because they had purple magic. The other thing is that the sorcerers have orange magic. Like everybody has different colors of magic. There's like a spectrum of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like how you're like what Infinity Stone your magic comes from.
That's a very strong possibility. I don't know.
Like
I'm very interested to see where they take
maybe
it from here
maybe the
now.
purple magic comes from like the power stone, and then the red magic comes from the reality stone, which is why she's able to warp reality like that.
Yeah.
And then the witch's magic comes from the blue stone, which is the space stone, and then the wizards come from the orange stone, which is I think the soul stone.
Yep. Think so.
So maybe they're just drawing. Maybe that's what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. We can talk about it. They pretty
Yeah.
much said she's a Nexus being.
I mean, how many more episodes are there? Like 2 or
This week's the
3?
last week. No, this
No,
week's the
next
last week.
week's the last week.
No, Friday is the
This
last
week
week.
is.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh wow. Yeah. So this week, all right. This is gonna be a big episode. So
All right, so we can
next
get
week we will be
yeah,
talking WandaVision. Fair
yeah,
warning.
Yeah, fair warning. We talk WandaVision. I think we're all. I think people like, especially in our Discord server, like everybody's like talking about the MCU with us a lot. I think
Yeah,
everybody's digging it. So I think we're gonna keep watching the Soldier and the Falcon next. Then
yeah,
we'll watch Loki, and we'll keep you guys going. And we'll like when Stargirl comes out, maybe me and B World will start giving you guys Stargirl recaps and shit like that. Like I don't know if we haven't really talked about it, but like just kind of brainstorming like literally while
yeah.
we're on the radio with everyone on the podcast. So I mean, like,
Absolutely. We might even actually be able to like do live chats on the Discord server. If we get enough people on there, we could definitely start doing that to have
yeah,
total like conversations even with everybody
yeah,
about all the shows and stuff. So that'd
yeah.
be
Please
cool.
send us your questions. We're like I'm, and if like I'm like I was like real good with Game of Thrones stuff. If you guys have questions about that, let me know. I'm like into all the meta theory and stuff like that. I read all that shit. I'm a nerd. I can't help it. I like video games and smoking weed and football
There's nothing
and
wrong
fantasy
with that.
football.
That's what I like too.
All right, all right. So with that being said, all right. I think with that note, folks, why don't you take us on out there? Be weird.
All right, everybody can get that on a set on YouTube, Podbean,
Apple
iTunes, Apple, yeah.
everywhere.
Tune in.
Yeah.
Just come join the
Oh,
Discord server. We're fucking everywhere.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
like literally, we're all over your
yeah,
Twitter. I mean, I'm at
Twitter.
Atrocitus Rex. He's at B_weird1. Come
You
and
you
find
caught
us.
me at a bad moment there to take us out, man. I was super
Yeah.
stoned for a second.
It's been a hell of a 48 hours.
It
So
really has. I'm exhausted, so
yeah.
it
So I'll
caught
cut
caught
you a
me
break.
slipping.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that's all right. I don't mind.
It's all good, folks. We appreciate you guys
Yeah,
tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. We do this for the love of the game and nothing else. And
absolutely.
we wish nothing but safety. Hope everyone's getting vaccinated. Get out there, get your vaccines. Everyone needs to get out there, get your
Yeah, I
shots.
have my appointment for my medical card in like 2 days, and then I have my appointment for my first vaccine on Saturday.
That's
So
awesome. So let's end this pandemic. Wear your masks. Get out there.
yeah, yeah, I
God
got I
bless.
got to
Stay safe.
I got to hug my great aunt for the first time the other day because she got
She's vaccinated.
vaccinated. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to hug her for the first time. She's like, well, I think 96, and
Yeah.
she like pretty much raised me. And we both broke down in tears being able to hug again for the first time. I didn't know if
Yeah.
I'd ever be able to hug her again. So,
Yeah.
it's important to
Right.
get out there, do the right thing,
Yeah.
whether you
Right.
trust it or not. I mean, I don't know. I don't trust it completely, but I want to be able to see my family. I want to be able to see my child. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to live again. And
It's basically like a passport to live
Um,
your life again.
right, it
That's
really
what it
is.
is.
And
That's what it
like
is.
I'll take my chance on it because I want to be able
Right.
to live my life.
Yeah. Well,
So
I can tell you, someone
yeah,
who knows from experience, it's safe.
yeah,
With that being said, we appreciate everyone's love and support.
yeah.
Please stay
Thank you,
safe,
everybody.
everyone.
Stay
God
safe,
bless.
everybody in Texas. Please pray for them or whatever. Just they need help. If you can help them in whatever way you can, they should start to recover, but it's going to be a long road for them. Um, yeah, everybody have a real good week though, and we will catch you guys in 7 days.
Later, folks.
Peace.